Welcome back to more Final Fantasy VII. Last episode, Cloud was a bodyguard for Eris, and of course, in typical fashion, he doesn't get anything in return for his services. Eris should be providing him services, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we gotta head to Wall Market with Eris, and of course, we sneak out, but of course she's already here. Somehow she got in front of us. Don't know how. Go through the slum sector 6 to get to Tifa 7th Heaven. Wonder why Tifa called her bar 7th Heaven. Maybe that's what the customers feel when they see her boobs. I don't know. What I do know is I need to show off an enemy around here. That's what I do know. Which is a Balsan remake. I like how they took like regular enemies from Final Fantasy 7 and made them into boss fights in remake. It's kind of crazy. Crazy in a good way. This was a Balsan remake, Hell House. Which is surprisingly not resistant to fire, even though it's called Hell House. And it does that attack which looks like fire. Actually the toughest random encounter at this point in the game. Heck, even later it's stronger than even some of the later random encounters. But it's not, you know, anything like too hard, you know. That's one thing I wish about Final Fantasy, that they went a little bit harder on some of the, like they made some of the enemies harder, you know. Like a lot of, if you think about the Final Fantasy series as a whole, you know, most of the games are relatively easy. Except for, with the exception being Final Fantasy 1, which was... Well, 2 could have been hard if you didn't know how to play the game. 2 is easy for me because I knew how to play it, but 1 was obviously pretty rough. But once you actually learn Final Fantasy 1, it's not even that bad. It's just at the beginning when you first play it, it's hard. See, you're home. Take her to Sector 7. Nah, not really. We love more party members. The more party members, the better. Unlike Final Fantasy 16. Well, I guess 16 had party members, but you couldn't control them. It's like lame. Like, you guys gotta admit, and be honest, like, if you could play as like Joshua, Jill, Torgal, 16 would have been one of the best games. But it fell short for me because you can only play as Cloud or Clive, and I didn't like that too much. If you know this channel, you know I like games with a lot of characters, you know. My favorite game being Radiata Stories, where you have 177 characters. And in the Suikoden series where you have 108, you know? So, yeah. I just like a lot of characters. I'm surprised I don't play gacha games more, because gacha games, almost every gacha game has a lot of characters. But, I just don't really like to spend a whole lot of money anymore on games like I used to. I like just playing the old games, which is what I'm doing now. And we're about to see Tifa, though it's hard to even make her out in this. Like, if they don't mention Tifa, how are you supposed to know that's Tifa? when she has a different outfit on and everything. And it's all pixelated and stuff. But, of course, since they say it, you know who it is. Nope, she's going. She's going. You know how women are, Cloud. Come on. Stubborn. I'm going to Walmart, son. And you're going to be a woman in a few moments. Playing dress up. And he's actually gonna make Don Corneo hard as well because Don Corneo's gonna be picking Cloud because I plan to get the best outfit. So he's gonna pick Cloud 100%. And I'm just assuming that I'm just imagining Don Corneo laying on the bed, like all hard to Cloud. That's really weird. You know a girl named Tifa? Interview right now. Yeah, interview in quotes. You know, if you really think about this whole segment in Walmart, it's basically like, you know, it's basically, there's no easy way to say it. It's basically sex trafficking, basically. It's basically what it is. It's really disturbing storyline if you really think about it. And if you disregard it's a game. Which, oh crap, I need to, yeah, there's new weapons to buy here, but I can't afford it. I need to have, this really sucks. Let's see, this is, assault gun I already have, of course. This is 690. I can get a mithril armor for free later, so I'm not worried about that. I don't plan to use the Phoenix Downs. We do have an ether to sell. Okay, I was able to buy it. That's good. Alright, the next couple weapons you can buy is here in Walmart. At the shop with the label up there, gun. And you can buy a mithril rod here as well as the metal knuckles. And assault gun you don't need to buy because you already get that for free. So, go ahead and buy those two weapons. Alright, I already went ahead and bought the weapons already. With the mithril rod there, it's an upgrade for her. Another materia slot. I'm not going to buy the mithril armlets because I can get a better armlet later. Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm not either. Find out if Tifa's alright. That's not a good thing. Hell would have to freeze over forever, do something like that. Alright, so we gotta get the best outfit for Cloud, which I'm gonna do. I'll go through I'll do this as quickly as I can. I wanna go to the dress shop first. Talk to this guy. He's gonna say his, like, father's drunk or whatever, or something. Yeah. Yeah, of course we have to. We gotta deal with people that are drunk. That's never a good thing. I go to the bar now at this point. Not that this is a walkthrough or anything, but... And we have to pick certain selections here. It doesn't make men's clothes. That's kind of like you're just missing out on a whole lot of money. Why not make both? Alright, so it's gonna ask what kind of dress you want. You want to pick soft and that shimmers. Alright, now we need to go back to the dressing room. Silk dress. You gotta go try it on. Okay, we gotta go to the gym now. Get jacked. Like Ryback. Or like Hulk Hogan, even though unfortunately he passed away recently. Rest in peace. That dude kicking the wall? Yeah, he's kicking a punching bag. You're supposed to punch him, not kick him. We gotta do squats. Okay, square X circle, okay. Got it. Don't need to practice. Okay, 17 is I beat him by 1. You have to win this to get the best wig. That was one hell of a punch. Like that dude flat out. Let's see. Yeah, we need to go to the material shop now. Oh, grab any more money. I'll have enough. We're good. You need 210, I believe. You gotta say, what is it? They're selling in it. Oh, with the guy at the inn. Okay, so you can't go there. I'll go. Alright. So we gotta go to the inn and buy that for him. It's gonna cost 210 gil. And then we'll also need to buy something from the... We need to buy something for 70 at the restaurant. Make sure to pick the 200 one. Okay, now we need to go back to the guy, give it to him. This is kind of weird. Poaching drink set. Got diamond tiara. I'm gonna go to the restaurant. Right over here, we need 70 gil. Just pick Korean barbecue plate. Doesn't matter what you pick. You have to make sure to say... It'll come up in a minute. You have to make sure to say it was alright. Don't pick the other two options. Get the pharmacy coupon. Now we need to go to the pharmacy. And we had picked digestive. Yep, digestive. And then we need to give the medicine to her. Sexy cologne. Alright, now we need to go to the Honeybee Inn. And we can get the final item. Alright, sorry about that. I got a call from my cousin. Alright. Let's go to the Honeybee Inn. Let me save it too. Actually, I'll save it after. I gotta talk to this guy here. You get the member's card. Talk to this guy in the suit. There's other rooms we can check out too. Let's peek inside and see what happens. This is pretty weird here. They're doing like some sort of role play. Luncheon with President Shinra. His luncheon might be there a while. Waiting for him to get done eating. Of how big he is. Lead to the promised land. That's a term you won't see until later in the game. You'll hear that a lot in Final Fantasy VII. Lover's room. Okay, let's take a peek. Look who that is, Kate Sif. I guess this is Final Fantasy's answer to Puff Puff from the Dragon Quest series. Alright, when you go to the group room, make sure to pick the group room. This is a weird scene, by the way. Probably the violent type. Yeah, if you only knew. She locks the door behind her. That's kind of weird. Used to being alone. That's true for Cloud, that's for sure. Cloud's a loner. Cloud's very introverted. And with Tifa, he should be very perverted. Yeah, this is really weird. Probably the weirdest scene in Final Fantasy history here. There's a reason this place is called the group room. Super weird. $21. Maybe another life. Daddy's so lonely. Wow. We get the bikini briefs. We had to do that to get that. Unfortunately. That was most sus. That was most sus. The most sus scene in Final Fantasy history. Super sus. Alright, we're good to leave now, though. Okay. Let's go to the dressing room now. Let me save it. Yeah, we gotta go in here. And so if we got the best outfit or the best dress up, we can what is it? We can get chosen by Corneo, which is really weird, by the way. Miss Cloud. Wow. That's what every woman says. But then they'll say that, right? But then if you actually do peek, they don't actually care. They actually want you to peek. They actually expect you to peek. Actually. If you don't, they'll consider you not a real man. I'm not kidding either. Either one of two things if you do peek. They'll either like it or they won't like it. But what can they actually do about it, you know? Nothing really. It's not always something you can prove, you know? We got Fontifa. Don't think there's anything around here. And you can't go in the other rooms. It won't let you. You can only go in this room. You gotta go over here. And go down below. And we'll find Tifa. Cloud gets nervous. You don't want Tifa to see him like this. I wouldn't go out in public like that either. No thank you. Let's get this ether. Yep, it's Cloud. There was no other way to get in here. Squeeze some information out of him, okay. Don's name popped up, okay. Don Corneo the Creep. Don Corneo's into all different types of ladies, including men dressed as ladies as well, as you'll see later. He's about to get real excited from Cloud. Miss Harris. It's kind of weird. All right, let's get going then. Tifa's back in the party, so let's go ahead and equip the metal knuckles. Alright, go in here. And you have the two of Don Corneo's henchmen. You see those two in Remake and Rebirth. What a freaking creep, man. This guy's so creepy. I love chickies. You can have the other ones. That's kind of messed up. This is so weird. Especially since Cloud is a man. You want to come back here and grab his hyper, though. You like me too? Of course. What do you want to do? Whatever you want, Daddy. Wow. He literally just leapfrogged. That's weird. Alright. You know, they did this in Remake as well. I'll chop them off. Rip them off and smash them. They did the exact thing in Remake. And they did it in Rebirth as well, except they used 3 different lines in Rebirth. Yep, so there she goes saying, I'll rip them off. I don't know what they say in Rebirth, I can't remember, but... Of course, a small rebel group called Avalanche. Yeah, we already know that. Support holding up the plate above them. Okay, we don't know that. But now we know. The plate will go ping, and then everybody will be crushed. Yep. Pretty much giving up on life. They're sure to their win. They don't know what the hell's going on. Yep, and we get dropped below. And then we get a scene with the president and Heidegger. Why is everybody in Chinra so fat? At the president, he's pretty fat. Well, not really. He's not fat in Remake. But he's pretty fat in this game. Why'd they make him skinny in Remake, by the way? Heidegger looks like he never skipped a meal in his life. Personal problems in the morning, wow. Talking about Mayor Domino. Who helps us out in Remake? I guess he doesn't look that fat in this game. Well, he looks more fatter than he does in Remake, I'll say that much. You're gonna regret doing that, buddy. Alright, I want to make sure you're good to go up ahead here. Oh, Tifa has her limit break, that's nice. As soon as you pick up Tifa, you got the boss fight. Not yet. Our boss fight against Apps. This boss is pretty easy though. It's weak to fire. And we all have access to that, so this boss is toast. It also damages itself with its AoE. Might as well just do this now. I know it's wasted, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. This boss isn't hard anyway. Alright, not bad. Alright, there's new enemies around here as well. Like these two new enemies here, Sajin and the other enemy's called Caesar. Caesar and Sajin. Caesar's weak to ice. Sajin's have no elemental weakness. They do absorb water though, but we can't even do that anyway. So all the enemies around here, all the new ones. We're good to head to the train graveyard now. After we get the steel materia. Which I'll be equipping immediately. It's a really good materia. Who has the highest luck? I'll give it to Cloud. He has the highest luck. Plus, I'd rather him have more attack anyway. Make sure to grab that steel material before you jump. You can't get back up, so you don't get it. Too bad. They put it right in front of your path for a reason. Alright guys, stay tuned for the next episode. We'll head through the train graveyard. Very good grinding spot here. There's a new weapon we can get for Eris as well. Later.